Gotta rank 'em all, Pokemon.
Welcome to Gotta Rank 'em All, the Pokemon ranking show, where Chris,
I am a bicycle.
but just not a no tricycle?
No.
No? Can you fly?
No. I haven't tried, I
No?
guess. I should try.
Okay. All right. Well, after recording, because we got to get through this first, but we'll report next episode if Chris is in the hospital or if he flew, everybody. Every week, we get a guest and a random list of 10 Pokemon and put them in the most officially arbitrary list of all time. Lovely returning guest this week, master interviewer himself, Bob Buel of the 99 Questions podcast.
My goodness, what an intro. Thank you so much. It is my pleasure being on here. I love this show. So I am happily here to rank some wonderful Pokemon and maybe some not so wonderful Pokemon.
It's a list we've got tonight. It's certainly a list we've got going on. Some of these Gen 9 mods.
What do your Wednesdays look like every other week? Because I'm gonna die tonight when I jump off.
I wonder why. Could this have
Ryan needs
something
a
to
new
do with
How do you feel about editing, Bob?
Interesting. I have a gut feeling this has to do with my choice for Pokemon to rank toward the end, but I think this is what we call in the biz a tease, that you got to stick around to see my choice at the end there.
Yeah, if you're sticking around for any last Pokemon on any of these episodes, this is the one to make sure you stick around the whole.
I bet $1 you won't predict what it is.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will see it coming. Well, Bob, real quick before we get to the ranks.
Sorry,
how you
Persona
liking
5
Gen
joke
9?
inserted here. And I don't know. I haven't played that game.
How you been liking Gen 9?
I am a big fan. I am enjoying it quite a bit. It was in my top 10 for last year. I beat the whole thing. Very much enjoyed it, despite any technical hiccups. We were talking about it before the show started, but Pokemon is not the game that you use to benchmark your consoles, so I don't really care if it gets laggy. Like, so it also got laggy when you use Surf in Gen 1, so I'm like, okay, fine.
What do you use to benchmark a Switch?
Yes, Zelda?
Breath of the Wild? Yeah, the launch game is still the benchmark.
Odyssey. Wait.
Windjammers 2. I don't know. But yeah, fantastically fun. I love how bonkers the story got toward the end. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
Who was your starter, Bob?
I went with the fire starter. I went with my boy Fuecoco.
Fuecoco gang, let's go.
But I specifically in this one did not look up the third forms before I went into it, which is something I have been guilty of in gens past, where I said, well, listen, I could like the first form, but the one I'm sticking with the majority of the game is the third form, so I should see if I like them first. But this one, I tried to go in as blind as possible, and ended up very happy with the Skeledirge and that weird little staff bird that he just gets. Like, yeah, very cool.
The staff's a microphone, Bob. It's a singer.
Interesting.
There's a whole party motif with the three starter final evolutions. You got a couple dancers and a singer.
They should form a band.
Yes, let's do it. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And copyright struck. They're
Earth,
done.
Water, and Fire.
All right. Parody law. We can get away with it. I know a guy. We'll be good. We'll get Haley McLean. She's a lawyer now. She'll settle this for us.
Get it all sorted out. All right. Well, let's get a little list refresher in. We've teased everybody enough. We want to see what that guest pick is. We got 10 Pokemon first. So top of the board, 1, 2, and 3, Greninja, Lugia, and Shuckle. Still holding in strong. Way down at the bottom, 1073 Jinx. That poor Shuckle. Just getting picked on every week.
Can't fuck with a Shuckle. He doesn't even care.
Yeah, he doesn't even know about it, though. It just bounces right off that shell. 1072 Crabominable, 1071 Gumshoes, which puts the halfway mark at 536 and a half, but we don't have half numbers around here. So 536 Hisuian Sligoo, 537 Guzzlord, and 538 Yamask. Our number 100 bouncer.
Hisui and Sligoo is just a combination of words that I don't like saying. Those are not good.
Hisui and Sligoo to you too, sir.
That's a typical New Jersey greeting, Bob. I wonder why.
Yeah, they give you a Hisui and Sligoo as you cross the turnpike.
Don't Google that, everybody. It's disgusting.
Urban Dictionary, Hisui and Sligoo.
Keep your safe search on if you're gonna. And our number 100 bouncer is Gimme Ghoul.
That's a good bouncer.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah,
He's getting that cover fee, right? Like he's making sure that cover fee is landing in his chest.
Popping his mouth/torso of a treasure chest open. Yeah, I like that guy.
And our first Pokemon to rank tonight, Cyclizar.
Ooh. Look at
Who is
him.
the regular form of the legendaries?
Yeah,
Basically.
I'm so confused by Cyclizar. Because he's the present day version, but it's like I'm supposed to be like, okay, so in the ancient past, this Pokemon was incredibly powerful and legendary, and in the far future, he's also incredibly powerful and legendary. But right now, he's just everywhere and pathetic.
Born too late to see Koraidon, born too early to see Miraidon, born just in time to get Cyclizar.
Yeah, he had an awkward mid-century.
But yeah,
I also do love the idea that how do I word this? He doesn't evolve by Pokemon standards, but he does evolve by
Darwinian
Darwinian standards. Yeah. Twice, kind of but the evolution of Darwinian standards is enough of a change that they count it as a different Pokemon, as if he had evolved by. I'm bleeding from the nose. Just
okay. So, I mean, apes are different creatures than us, right?
Which does make sense because the Pokedex entries lead me to believe that Cyclizar were around at the same time Koraidon were, at the very least. Because the Scarlet entry, apparently Cyclizar has been allowing people to ride on its back since ancient times. Depictions of this animal have been found in 10,000-year-old murals. Its Violet entry, though, feels much more like a car commercial.
Okay.
It can sprint at over 70 miles an hour while carrying a human. The rider's body heat warms Cyclizar's back and lifts the Pokemon spirit. So it's like you're each other's heated seat almost.
I don't like that.
So there were cave drawings of a heated seated motorcycle? If you combine those two, that's the canon we're working with?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
And it goes fast enough to get pulled over on the highway.
Yeah, and so this thing, it said it runs up to 70 miles an hour. So this, which one is it? Koraidon. It just runs, even though it clearly has wheels for its body.
Yeah, which I get because you're gonna scuff your knees. Look at how unless he's
tuck that shit in, Transformers style.
Squeeze his thighs the whole time,
I mean, it can't be any more exhausting than actually running 70 miles an hour the whole time.
Excellent point. Otherwise, I think this is a cool design. I'll be honest. Maybe not the most exciting. They save those for the legendaries, of a motorcycle Pokemon. But I like this mon, I dare say.
All right, I've got some interesting trivia here with Cyclizar.
How many miles to the gallon does he get?
Cyclizar shares its category with blank and blank. They're all known as the Mount Pokemon. And the two blank are evolutions of each other. I will accept either blank.
The Mount? Ponyta Rapidash?
No.
Hmm.
Too bad there's only like 1,000 of these things to have to pick from, guys.
Yeah.
What's that glacier Pokemon? Could it be short for mountain?
No, it is not it's not the Pokemon you have in your mind.
I wanted to say Spectre and Glacier, but they're not evolution.
Yep.
But I think Mount. There's an ex-wife joke there somewhere, but I'm too classy to make it. I don't. Yeah, I can't think of one.
Skiddo and Go-Goat.
Sure, I guess I
Right.
rode a goat in that game along with like a Rhyhorn and a bunch of other crap.
Well, this is just a more effective way of travel than a go-goat.
Yeah. Everyone's clamoring for their
Because
cyclist.
it's, like powered by your butt heat.
Exactly why. Now, all right, I think this gives us a fair comparison. Go-goat is 301. So I would say, now if this is ranking vehicles, it would probably be better than Go-goat. I think Go-goat's probably a more interesting Pokemon, though, than this guy.
Yeah.
There's this kind of to add one thing to this though. This like the role this Pokemon fills hasn't really been done in the series before, right? Like there hasn't been a kind of non-legendary but kind of the legendary that is around for everybody, right?
No, but I mean, I guess it's just because
I'm not saying it's good.
Future stuff. I don't know. That's
well, and like because the legendaries are like our mode of transportation, then they have to be more widely available than just us. So like they had to fill something in, I think.
That's fair. Like storyline wise, so the world could have, your equivalent. Yeah, I suppose.
so. Here's the thing: we went straight to Go-Goats, but I like it better compared to Skiddo at 580, which I don't love. But
all right, so we got a range. We got a range here.
Range to work with.
I do like his little Pikachu cheeks. Unless those are turn signals.
probably
Upon closer examination.
Do you think those would need blinker fluid?
No, just sweats. Works off of bodily fluids only.
Oh, that's gonna drop him some points if that's true. That might be worse than the Vaporeon stuff. Let's see. So right between the two, we got Unknown at 407. I think Unknown are more interesting, so I would say a little lower.
Didn't you bring Unknown, Bob?
Yeah, didn't you?
Almost definitely. Yeah. Let's see.
It got to be below Swampert at 418. The I can't believe you've done this to my boy.
Grovyle, he's got kind of a similar face to Grovyle. I think I like Grovyle more.
How do we feel about Farigarath? Another Gen 9 440.
What'd you call me?
I'd go above Farigarath.
Yeah, I feel like that's about right. Maybe, you know what? He's just as kind of awkward as Hitmontop, and Hitmontop's 437, so maybe he's like right above or below him.
Okay, I like it right below.
Yeah, I'm done with right below.
Yeah. They can have a breakdancing competition or something against each other.
Yeah. Hey,
doing donuts in a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot with Cyclizar.
I can edit this out, guys, because this is $1 million idea. But let's invent a car that runs off of sweat. I mean, that sounds amazing. Nobody's ever thought of that.
Take that, Elon Musk.
Ryan, you're the mechanic. I'll expect you to figure it out.
I am a car guy. To the point where When Bob said, "No, if we're ranking vehicles," I was about to be like, "That's our next podcast, Chris." I have a lot of opinions.
Top 3: Volkswagen, Nissan, and Shuckle.
Yes, let's
How do you get
go.
on there again?
Okay, that's the only way I'm gonna do that podcast. And is bring number 3 on it.
Any ranking podcast we do from here on out, doesn't matter what we're ranking. Shuckle number 3. Cyclozar 438. That looks great though. Now I think we could play Where Do We Get This Name From, but I don't know how this is easy mode.
Well, he's a Russian czar, so that's obvious the second half. Part cyclone?
Yeah, Cyclone. Okay, yeah, it's the Cyclone Czar. Which one was that
Cyclone
again
Russian czar.
in history?
Final answer.
How did we not get that Pokemon? Cycle and Lizard, of course. The Japanese is Mototokage, which may be a combination of moto, Spanish, Italian, and Portuguese for motorcycle, and Tokage, lizard.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
And it feels cleverer than Cyclozar.
Like, Cyclozar's not bad. Let's be honest. It's pretty. It's on the nose, but it rolls off the tongue really well. You know?
There are definitely way worse Pokemon names. Like, wait a minute. What am I looking at here next on the list? Koraidon? Koraidon? I really thought they were going for like, you ride on it. So it's the Rhydon.
Yeah. It's not the catchiest name. I'll say that.
No, it's not. And even though I went and Bob, were you a Scarlet or a Violet player this time around?
I was a Violet, the future one.
Violet, yeah.
Okay, I was a Violet. Yeah.
I'm outnumbered here, but I think Miraidon was a better legendary than Koraidon for sure. But
the only motorcycle Pokemon that uses its wheels for
that actually uses the wheel. But I wanted Mommy Professor. All right.
No arguments here.
But I don't. This is not my least favorite legendary.
I can agree with that.
Definitely not. It's got a big old mohawk and a tail hawk. Both cool.
There's something. Do you remember? Am I the only one that remembers going to monster truck shows as a kid and there being a Mechazilla that comes out at the very end? And it's like this 30-foot tall, like mechanized T-Rex. This is vaguely what it reminds me of. Obviously, I think Miraidon, maybe being futuristic, kind of gets a little bit closer to it, but Miraidon's maybe a little bit too futuristic because I'm thinking something that still kind of walks on 2 legs and beats the shit out of things with its clawed hands.
Fair. And obviously veto me if I'm off base here. I like this mon. I don't love this mon, but I don't hate it by any means. You know what I mean? I would say it's top half.
Yeah, I'd probably put it above Cyclozar.
Yeah, that's a good line. Yeah, Cyclozar a little above half. Yeah.
Yeah. How do we feel Moltres at 391?
Again, the hardest part of this show is trying to remove nostalgia.
Yeah.
But I also think I like Moltres more.
It's fair.
But right around there. All right. Well, any of these one? I was gonna say any of these weirdos. I gotta Google these weirdos.
It's not the Bull because that's Bulu. That one.
Ah, that's the yellow and orange one.
Yeah, with like the 2 big shield mask looking deals.
Main one.
Yeah, the first one you meet in the game.
Honestly, kind of not that far off from Koraidon or Koraidon.
Yeah, they're both
pretty
like kind of native inspired almost.
Yeah. I do like this guy's typing, I will say. Because as far as I know, is he only fighting dragon? That doesn't feel like a combination used very often.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if it's good, but
it's interesting. I will say, given the look of the Pokemon, I don't know if I would say it is either fighting or dragon just from looking at it, which maybe docks it the same amount of points that it would gain from its interesting combination of typing. So it's probably a net neutral there, but something worth mentioning.
Yeah, I would assume dragon, I think, but probably not fighting. I don't remember what type Miraidon is though. Dragon and steel, dragon and poison, dragon and
we'll find out shortly, I think. Dragon and dragon.
Spoilers.
It was double dragon.
No, terrible movie.
Dragon. A movie reference from Ryan. Everyone take a shot.
Don't worry, you won't get fucked up. It's just the one. They happen about once a month. Won't get a movie reference out of me for a while. Yeah, I think I'd stay below Tapu Koko.
All right. How about just as another line in the sand here? We got Ivysaur at 414. I would say Ivysaur is probably better than this thing. But again, it's probably a lot of nostalgia. Yeah.
If we're this close below Swampert, 418.
I would say this thing's a little better than Swampert.
Yes, we're putting above Swampert. Done.
Swampert gets no love.
Probably below Aaron.
They did fuck up though. Yeah, I think that's fine for me. Above Klotzer, below Aaron.
New 417. Not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Hey,
look, Cyclizar by 20 spots.
It's his rookie year. You know, he's putting in good numbers.
Needs a little time to develop, though. You know,
of course. Who doesn't?
Been, like frozen in the underground for 10,000 years or something. Actually, what do the Pokedex entries shed any light on that? Oh no!
They both just say vroom vroom.
What is this? Some Mazda commercial?
Your choice, but.
They actually have like the Paradox Pokemon entries where like it's like this looks like this Pokemon from a magazine. Yeah. So not great. There's a lot here though for name origins. Really? I like the Japanese name a lot more. Personally, reading that now, but there is a lot here for the English name origins.
Is it based on like ride on, like you ride on it?
Dreamer, Carnage, named it, I think.
So Koraidon may be a combination of Korai, ancient, Rido, ride, dragon, Don, Spanish for lord, and Don, common suffix in dinosaur names, derived from the ancient Greek word tooth. So the ride is in there, but not like necessarily ride on, Gotcha. The Japanese name Subasano can be taken literally as winged king, which I don't see the wings, but that's nice.
See no wing and see no king, but
yeah, he's still growing on crown. He'll get there in never actually, because we've seen both of his future forms.
Never. Yeah. Another weird thing I noticed here is that they actually count this as having 5 forms. There's the limited build when it has little power, sprinting build when it can travel swiftly on land, swimming build when it can finally travel in water, gliding build when it can travel in the skies, and apex build.
Did any of those look different? I know the battle form looks slightly different in that it gets up or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and its mohawk grows out a little bit, and like barely. Just
I remember when I grew through my ground form before I knew how to swim, and then my car form when I turned 17 and got
I'm working on my glide form. I'm hopefully going to achieve it today after the podcast.
Just great job, Bulbapedia. All right. Next up, we've got Ting Lu, which when I was getting this list ready, was sure this was not a Pokemon.
Yeah, I did
When
not do
this
any of
popped up.
these. There's like I think 4 of these legendaries that you have to like interact
Mhm.
with a bunch of pillars all over the map or something. to Get them.
Yeah.
I didn't do
Oh,
any of
that's
that.
what those things do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at the Pokedex picture you have here, Chris, I know exactly what I would have to do to get these things now, but I definitely did not do it because I found not the green one, but like the purple one for one of its comrades.
I
I
don't think I
found a
ever
lot of
any
those
them.
staffs. But yeah.
Yeah, I just randomly came across a whole bunch of those staffs, but I didn't know they ended up on a bowl deer. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, do we have entries? We need some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's get some
let's see.
lore here.
The fear poured into an ancient ritual vessel has clad itself in rocks and dirt to become a Pokemon. That's Scarlet's entry.
Fear? You said fear?
The fear poured
Soaked in
into an
dirt.
ancient. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did it now? Okay.
It slowly brings its exceedingly heavy head down upon the ground, splitting the earth open with huge fissures that run over 160 feet deep.
Wait, it
This is-
slowly brings it down. If you're creating fissures, don't you want to bring it down fast?
Hold on. Hold on, it's coming. Oh, watch
It's gonna
out for
hit
that
you.
fissure.
There's a reason this move has 30 accuracy. You can just move.
This Pokemon is 8 feet 10 inches tall, 2.7 meters for non-American listeners.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say like 8 foot 18 inches tall. I was like, wait a minute.
That's right, 9.5 feet
by some standard.
by some standard. 1,500 pounds. Yeah, built to resemble a cloven-hoofed mammal such as a deer or a moose. It's
Huh.
dark and ground type.
8 foot tall.
Okay.
Much? So what do you think he keeps in that bowl?
So that's got to be the vessel that people have been dropping fear into.
It's filled with fear? I thought it was so or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Just the best guac.
yeah. How great would this guy be at parties? Like, as he's slowly lowering his head, and you just like, let me get one more dip, sorry.
Yeah, but as soon as his head hits the floor, you gotta call your homeowner's insurance.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure, well, the party's always going to be at his house. So.
Okay, that's fair.
True.
I want to read this little bit about like the other treasures of Ruin, which are the missions that lead you to these 4 Pokemon. Ting Lu's true form is that of the ritual vessel on its head, having been given life by the fear of humans from ancient times. Its
I
body.
love
Fear Factor, favorite show, big fan.
Big Joe Rogan guy, Ting Lu.
While its body is a form it has constructed using its control over the earth.
Oh, so the Pokemon is just the bowl, and the rest is like his car.
Yeah. That he built and attached to himself.
I mean,
I don't really like
kinda
that. I
cool.
like the idea of a Pokemon that is literally fear cloaked in
Yeah.
dirt and mud or whatever, but
So
He is
this
bowl of fear. Start your
Pokemon-
mornings with it.
yeah,
Huh.
they already do.
breakfast cereal bowl has a unique ability, Vessel of Ruin.
That's cool. What does it do?
Lowers the special attack stat of all other Pokemon on the field.
When you send it out, it's like Intimidate.
Yeah, like Intimidate, but special
for
attack.
special. Okay. I mean, given the name, I would expect slightly more ruin.
Yeah, like kill the Pokemon you send this out against instantly. That's what I expect from Vessel of Ruin.
Yeah.
And the series of 4 Pokemon get a unique move called Ruination,
Oh.
Oh, Ruination. I've been there. Nice
which
place.
is a dark move that deals damage equal to 50% of the opponent's remaining HP, always dealing at least 1 damage.
Oh. Take
Wow.
that, Nightshade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Interesting.
okay. I mean, it's got some interesting things going for it, but I don't like the look very much to begin with, and I really don't like that he's just a bull, actually.
You know, I have a lot of bulls in my day, so it's but this isn't a grass type, so I don't know.
How often
know.
have you had a bull of fear? How often do you feel fear after a bull?
Maybe if I pass a cop.
Yeah, I dare say bottom half. Again, just trying to, quadrify it here.
Where do we have Verizian, Cobalion, and who's the
Three
third one?
Musketeer guys, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Cobalium we actually went by earlier. He's at 397, but I think he's
No.
by a lot.
Yeah, I think he's the highest one because this kind of has that vibe, but not great.
Agreed. Are there any other bull Pokemon?
What are the other whose names?
What's the other? Well, we named one Verizon when it's supposed to be Verizian.
Right.
Terrakion.
Okay, Verizon 740. Terrakion 656. I think that's a good place to be.
Yeah, that's 700 range. Yeah.
I think that's very fair.
I think I'd put this below Terrakion because Terrakion also has that kind of brown hoofed creature vibe, and I think it pulls it off better because it's not a bull.
Maybe coughing and wheezing. They're at 675 and 676 respectively. Just because it feels like they could just roll around in that bowl. So it might be nice for them to be next to each other.
All right. So Gimme Ghoul, coughing and wheezing, and this Pokemon all get together and start a casino.
I like this. They fusion dance into a roulette wheel.
Is there any Pokemon that deserves a little fear, be a little more afraid in its life?
That's a good question.
I like that. Dugong's had it too easy. 664.
Thievul. I mean, he's a fucking thief. I deserve it.
You know what? I also am okay with you giving Pignite a little bit of fear.
Right between? I like it.
I'd be okay with it.
That's 690 something?
695 winds up being, and that feels about right, honestly.
Yeah. For a bull, yeah.
Also, this is you have to go crazy and hunt this thing, right? This is the reward for going and fetching collectibles in an open world game.
Yeah, it better be friggin' worth it after all that,
And here's a bowl of fear that lowers special attack. Now, if you can guess where we get Tinglu from, I'll be very, very impressed.
Let's see. There was that band, the Ting Tings, saying "That's not my name," so that has to be part of it.
I think it's like a variation of Tang. There's some Tang in that bowl because that's pretty scary stuff.
Yeah. And a guy named Lou put that Tang in that bowl.
Yes, Lou put the Tang in the bowl. That's what I'm saying. But also, this guy plays the lute, so he's just walking around looting.
It's a bit of a bastardization from the Japanese and Chinese, because in Japan this is Dinlu, and they've just kind of tweaked it a little bit, but it's based off Ding, ancient Chinese for cauldron, and Lu, Chinese for deer.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they did it.
So now it's tier instead of deer. It's tier.
I guess
for fears.
Tears for fear. And what was the Lou again?
That was the deer barn.
Oh, wait, what was the ding?
Cauldron.
Oh, so it's Toldrin. It's a deer Toldrin.
Mm-hmm.
Dearest Toldrin, I meant to write
Dearest
you.
I played Pence.
The wars.
And now for something else entirely, we've got Bombardier.
Oh, little
This is a
stork
fun one.
fella.
I'm a fan of Bombardier when they're holding their apron up, but when they've just got it flopped to the ground, not a fan. And that's the picture I've got on Bulbapedia, is the flopped to the ground photo.
Yeah.
See here.
And it's not as good, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I mean, looking at the Pokedex picture, like that's a solid mon. That's a cool
Yeah.
idea, you know?
Not terrible. It's
Again,
far from terrible.
I'm always impressed when in like, what is this, Gen 9 at this point?
Yeah.
I'm always impressed when they come up with a Pokemon that's like, oh, they've never actually done this. You know what I mean? That isn't like a bag of trash. I know that's the one that gets all the hate, but like, but you know what I mean? Like, oh, no one ever thought stork. Like over 20 plus years, like they never got one out, and I feel like they've done so many birds. I like that.
You know, they made it where the Pokemon could have babies in Gen 2, and now the humans can too. Finally, they have a stork.
Finally.
Is that why we've been following Ash for how many seasons of the anime?
That's why nobody ever ages. They can't afford to. The humans will perish.
Like the Children of Man, but with Ash Ketchum. Shot for shot remake. Let's see. Where's this guy gonna go?
All right,
Again,
this is a great vibe in the Scarlet entry. It gathers things up in its apron made from shed feathers added to the Pokemon's chest feathers, then drops those things from high places for fun. Just
All right, he's going up. I was on the line net before, but now I'm top half.
And in Violet, it enjoys dropping things that make loud noises.
Certainly dropped a lot of boulders towards the player, but those were not hard to dodge.
Me and this bird got a lot in common. We like dropping stuff.
That old New Jersey pastime of just dropping stuff.
Dropping stuff.
How else do you spend a Saturday afternoon? I'd like to hear a better way. Let's see. We have any birds? Maybe in the... And again, maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I'm looking like 400-ish, 300-ish.
Famously, no birds
like
in Pokemon. This is the first one.
They finally did it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I stopped at like the 360, 420 range. Where was Noctowl?
461.
Okay.
We got Skarmory, or Skarmory, I don't know how it's pronounced, 370. Again,
Definitely not above Skarmory.
I agree. I like Skarmory more, but I think that's a fair comparison at least. Let's go
it's
a
good
little
ceiling.
down. Yeah. Moltres 391 popping up again. I think Moltres is better.
Yeah, we probably stay there. Ooh, Dartrix. Fuck it, throw. At 400.
Let me refresh my memory on this Dartrix fella.
Just Google fuck it
the
throw,
second
though, actually. See what happens.
All right, we do that.
Let me bring the screen over to the feed while I Google that. Bucket throw blankets for sale.
That's
Redbubble. See what kind of arrows I can get from Redbubble.
I was expecting worse, but this is these are actually some quality products.
Images. Okay. Just a finger, flipping the finger on a blanket.
The Step Brothers from Step Brothers.
Mine's Etsy page, just fuck pillows. It's like a throw pillow that says fuck, fuckity, fuck with a very nice floral pattern around
Not
it.
what I would expect if I would Google fuck pillow, but
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna rank this pillow. This pillow feels 300-ish to me.
I think I like Dartrix more than
Yeah,
That's fair.
agreed.
I think I like Clodsire more. And Rabambi at 405.
What about Breviary? 422. Another bird that feels, in a similar vein here.
Yeah, those
I could
there.
go
That's a
above.
good.
I love Braviary. It's very powerful, useful, but it is, I mean, for the most part, it's a bird.
It's an
Yeah.
eagle in the same way this is a stork.
Yeah, but actual storks, I don't know if you know this, they don't actually like carry a little sack underneath.
What?
How did they get the babies? How did they get the babies over there?
Well, but the sack is part of the baby, actually.
Oh,
Turns into their skin. They're born without skin. Delivers a flesh baby. and
just a skeleton walks out.
Chris, I think I know the problem. You took health class in Resident Evil 4. Yeah, you know what? I think right next to Braviary is actually a good call.
Bodyguard for the baby delivery.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, right. I would say right above because right above or right below because I like Quagsire at 421 at this point.
Can't believe Clodsire just eking out Quagsire. But yeah, Bombardier 422, so close, 2 digits off from that fantastic number. Again, this one a little on the nose. Solid name, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a little straightforward what they're going for.
Yeah, it's like a bomb herder. I get it.
Bomb herdier, yeah.
Big Jeff Grossman fan. Bombardier.
The Japanese name, Otoshidori. Maybe a combination of Otoshi to drop
and Dory from Finding Nemo. Dropping Dory from Finding Nemo. I got it.
In the beta version of Scarlet and Violet, this thing just dropped DVDs of Finding Dory.
Finding Dory, yeah.
2, the sequel actually.
Yeah.
Finding Dory 2.
If it would crit, it would be a Blu-ray, yeah.
And Tori bird. So definitely, they had the vibe down.
Yeah.
They were ready for it. But we've got more Pokemon. Next up is Nimble. Grasshoppers, anybody?
I like the evolution to this guy a lot, but this guy, not so much.
Yup.
I liked using low kicks a lot.
Yeah, no, you hate low kick.
I hate the way it looks. I can't stand the way the Pokemon looks. I
too much like an insect to you.
It looks almost like a
parts.
Yeah, low kicks looks like a Gundam or something to me. Like he has that, or maybe like a Zord. Maybe a Zord.
Bionicle, I think is what you're looking for.
Bionicle. Yeah, this guy's he's there.
I don't know. Yeah, he's a grasshopper, I guess.
Yeah, not wowing me if I'm being honest.
An interesting texture to his eye, like Yoshi's Crafted World or something.
Why is his eye a cross?
Yeah. He's a bug of the cloth.
Nimble died for our sins.
Of the cloth. That's why it has like a cloth texture on his eyes too. Got it.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean,
below
what do we have to
712.
save this guy? Yeah, because at this point I'm looking low on the list unless something wows me from his Pokedex or he's got a bowl full of fear or something. I don't know if he's getting
that
much
worked
higher
so
than
well for the last Pokemon. It has its third set of legs folded up, When it's in a tough spot, this Pokemon jumps over 30 feet using the strength of its legs. It's highly skilled at a fighting style in which it uses its jumping capabilities to dodge incoming attacks while also dealing damage to opponents.
And how does it use its winch?
Listen.
No, all right. Here's why he's not going any higher than like the 700, 800s. In Pokemon, especially Pokedex entries, they're known, and you guys clearly know this, that they always go so exaggerated with like the abilities that anyone can do. Like what is it? Like Torkoal is like 50,000 degrees centigrade or something like that. Or like, Rayquaza can live in depths like 1,000,000 miles away. This guy, he can jump. How high? 30 feet, a reasonable amount. Like,
I can jump 30 feet.
Yeah, like, I don't know. That doesn't seem crazy in this magical world. If they had said 300, I'd be like, all right, that's cool. Maybe not all that useful, but cool.
The biology section of Bulbapedia just clarifies that that's a 30-foot vertical.
Oh, get this man signed in the NBA.
How high can a grasshopper jump?
That's a
31 feet.
Varies of species and size. Up to 25 centimeters. Okay, so a little higher than a regular grasshopper.
25 centimeters. Barely. All right, let's see. We got Wurmple 761.
Okay.
I think this thing is barely more interesting than Wurmple.
At least this can jump. What Wurmple's got? What? Inching.
You can crawl like no one's business, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I have very little feelings for this because I do like using its evolve. God, it's going to be so hard for me to rank low kicks.
I think low kicks is a solid mon personally, but yeah, this guy does 0 for me.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but I don't love it, so it's fine.
Right above Wurmple.
Yeah, fine by me. So, any guesses where we get Nimble from?
He loved The Secret of Nim, that 90s animated movie from...
Bob, see, it's not fair because you actually name these Pokemon.
The professor gimmick is living on here.
Maybe a combination of nymph, immature form of an insect, and nimble.
And the word that he is.
And literally, I mean, they just changed the I to a Y just so they could get away with the whole nymph thing.
Yeah. They should have just said they changed the I to a Y. That should have been the whole section there.
All right, next up we have a Pokemon I didn't know I was excited to talk about until I was reading its Bulbapedia before we started. Ooh. Veluza. Mostly because I didn't realize...
I do like this picture a lot.
How fucking metal this Pokemon is. It has a signature move called Fillet Away, where it deducts half its max HP from its current HP, and in return raises its attack, special attack, and speed stats by 2 stages each.
Whoa! A super swords dance.
Yeah. But you're cutting half your health.
Okay. Also, I love that name, Fillet Away.
Which that's this Pokedex entry looks like it's in the middle of casting Fillet Away. Like its fillets are falling off and you're seeing the exposed purple spines and shit. Because normally it looks more like a regular fish.
Yeah, you can see some of the fillets in the back.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Now, I don't know how much this gains that, to be honest, but I was reading that and I'm like, that's fucking metal as shit. All right.
Yeah, I
I
wish
like
this
that.
evolved to or from something. It's just like a solo
Mm.
evolution. I think it's psychic water.
Correct.
The
Yeah.
only time I
I
ever
like that
saw one
combo.
was the gym leader using. Killed it. I don't feel bad.
Okay, these Pokedex entries though. Scarlet, when Veluza discards unnecessary flesh, its mind becomes honed and its psychic power increases. The spare flesh has a mild but delicious flavor.
What are they doing eating that flesh?
Hold on. I need to try this. Just cut away some unnecessary flesh and your mind becomes focused. Sounds great while I'm at work. Excuse me, I'm going to put you on hold for a minute so I can cut off some of my flesh. I can't focus on your case right now, sir.
You might need the second half from Violet where it says it has excellent regenerative capabilities.
Oh, I'm going to need to
A
get
Wolverine.
an adamantine infusion real quick.
Yeah, look at that thing.
But it says it sheds its spare flesh from its body to boost its agility to charge its prey. So,
I like this guy. I didn't know I liked this guy until 2 minutes ago.
that's
But
what
I
I'm
like this
saying,
guy.
Bob.
He's photogenic. Look at that photo. Look, he's giving a big smile. Loves it, having fun. He apparently sheds the greatest sashimi you've ever had in your life. He's got a signature attack, which I love. I love any Pokemon that has a signature attack. And yeah, like this guy seems all right.
Shooting up, honestly.
I mean, again, I don't want to let this get the best of me, but I'm looking 300s, 200s, maybe.
Underdog of the night right here.
Hey, let's see.
Where's Aracuda?
Ooh, Aracuda.
374. This feels ripe for that Aracuda range.
Yeah, I think this guy's a little better.
He is better.
Yeah, I think I could go above Aracuda.
Let's see. Now it's a game of who finds the ceiling first. You know, like who finds the one where we go, oh, he ain't better than blank though.
I figured out what he reminds me of, and I put it in voice chat text if you want to take a look. Put it on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And
Overly
if you
excited
can,
husky.
in the edit, just put the face right over his face.
You know what? And huskies shed all their fur a couple times. This is just a husky fish.
Again, everything we've discussed is only raising his number in my eyes. Let's see. Where's the? All right. I'm just gonna throw this out. Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan sitting at 295. Is this thing a little cooler than Hitmonchan?
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. And we keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just...
Where'd you say Gyarados was that you were really mad about? Let's just put him above that. No, okay.
198. Yeah.
98.
We don't actually have to go above Gyarados. I want to be mad, but I'm not happy with it either. So.
Yeah, because like Fat Pikachu is 202. Like, well, as a regular Pikachu, I think this thing beats it. But Fat Pikachu, plus Psyduck is 207. I can't let this thing beat Psyduck. I'm not mad at like it being unexpectedly up in the 200s though. I kind of like that. Though again, legally, I can't let it beat Aerodactyl at 218. Aerodactyl's too cool.
Jellicent 257.
Better than Jellicent.
Definitely, yeah. Better than Drifloon 243.
Yeah, the lore on Drifloon's really good, but this guy's also got good lores.
That's true. Maybe right around there though. About right below, because below that's Makuhita. I'd say maybe this thing is a notch better than Makuhita, but a notch worse than Drifloon.
I like it.
Yeah, I can do it. I
Look at this Pokemon go.
look at him. I had no hopes for Veluza when
Yeah.
I was typing that name into my search bar, and as we're just BSing while we're getting ready for record, and I'm reading for some reason that's the page I start to read, and I'm like, oh, this thing's sneaking up this list tonight because
He's
this
a top quarter Pokemon of all time.
really good lore. Plus, everyone, we should get our own pet Veluza, and free fish, basically, right? All right. Next up, I don't know if this is a. Oh wait, we should do Veluza name origins.
Oh. Is it based on that that flute thing they had at the World Cup that one year? The Vuvuzela or whatever it's called?
Vuvuzela.
Yeah, I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, tomato.
Yeah.
For some reason, his name reminds me of influenza. Blues, so go with that.
Maybe a combination of veloz, Spanish and Portuguese for fast, and merluza, Spanish for hake fish. So fast fish.
Is it fast fish? All right.
Is he actually?
Definitely.
What's the stat?
Let's look. Stat.
120,
70.
I'm guessing.
70?
Dang.
What the hell? That's not fast at all. What are they doing?
He's got to
Decent
shed
attack.
his skin though. After he gets the +2 to the speed,
That's it, right?
He's
Yeah.
all right.
And not just skin, Bobby's shedding about 20 pounds of flesh.
I forgot all of his flesh.
Shedding dinner.
So I can eat dinner. Wait, is this fish bulimic? Next up,
Moving
we've
on.
got Dondozo.
Ooh. Now this is just a character from Legend of Zelda, right? This
Yes, 100% it is.
is okay. All right.
The big catfish Pokemon.
And this thing's like Big Dum Dum, right? He really only does things because the little sushi guy tells him to. And that is kind of story.
Right.
It's Scarlet. This Pokemon is a glutton, but it's bad at getting food. It teams up with Tatsugiri to catch prey. It treats Tatsugiri like its boss and follows it loyally. Though powerful, Dondozo is apparently not very smart.
Interesting. So it doesn't evolve from Tatsugiri, right? It just
No.
okay.
Just have a symbiotic relation.
They work together in double battles with their signature moves, or signature move and signature ability.
Interesting.
Wait. So, Dondozo has order up the move. If you have a Tatsugiri in your mouth via the commander ability, which is Tatsugiri's ability, it will gain a stat boost based on the form. So you get attack, defense, or speed depending on which Tatsugiri you have.
In your mouth? Wait, you skipped over
Yeah.
that part. real
Right. So
quick.
the ability, the Tatsugiri ability, commander, when the Pokemon enters the battle, it goes inside the mouth of an ally Dondozo if one is on the field. The Pokemon then issues commands from there. So this is a Gundam Pokemon.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that with the battle too, right? I think you battle the Tatsugiri on the Dondozo's tongue, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now the Tatsugiri, does it enter any Pokemon's mouth if it's a double battle? Because
Just
now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'd like it to enter Kartana's mouth. 4-inch origami Pokemon.
Also, this thing's enormous.
Just a Weedle on the other side going, no, don't.
39 feet.
Ooh, you could fit a lot of fear in that bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Where do we have Wailord?
It's not as good as Wailord.
Nowhere near as good as Wailord.
No.
453.
Okay.
Really?
Another mon that it really reminds me of. This is too low, I think, but Whiskash is at 899.
Okay. That feels maybe a touch low.
So we've got a loose range there.
Yeah, it's somewhere to work with.
What's that Pokemon that's actually like a bunch of Pokemon, but it has a form where it's a school of
Wishy-washy.
fish? Yeah, where's that guy?
Wishy-washy. The boss in Pokemon Snap. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's at 457. Where is he above Wailord? Where was Wailord? Oh no, he's below Wailord. I like this guy less than Whisper.
A little bit.
How do we feel about Dugong, brought up earlier this evening, compared to Dugong at 666?
My Gen 1. Ooh, evil Dugong.
Wow.
My Gen 1 nostalgia will tell me better, but this guy's better.
Yeah,
Donzo is better. Or Dozo? Don
Dozo.
Vito? What? Don Dozo.
Don Dozo here with your local Hyundai dealership.
I think car references are also going to be the shot in the drinking game for this episode. Let's see. Tentacool 546. I think maybe Tentacool's still a little cooler than this guy.
Got it right in there.
Staryu,
Where's
619.
I think this thing is a little better than Staryu.
Okay. We're narrowing. We're narrowing the field.
Tentacruel at 587.
I forgot you put in Mega Obama Snow as Mega Obama Snow. Funny. Sorry, what were you saying, Chris? I saw a pun and
at 587. Yeah, you saw Obama. You had to say hi.
Seems all right. Again, Gen 1 nostalgia.
Yeah, I think I like this more.
Yeah, maybe just barely. What's right above him? 586 is Grimer. I'm fair with putting him above Grimer. Cosmomum. Ooh, I'm gonna need a refresher there.
Cosmomo. No, Cosmomum's like I think that's the middle one, or maybe the first one in the legendary evolution line.
Yeah, it's the middle one. Okay, he's not just the little puff
Cosmog.
of smoke. Yeah.
And if you look 2 spots up, you'll see Cosmog. The little puff of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And above him, another little puff of smoke. Ghastly.
Gas?
Ooh, you know what? How about right below Ghastly? I'm willing to put a lot of Gen 1 nostalgia aside, but Ghastly's pretty cool.
You were just crapping on little piles of smoke. Little balls of smoke. Speaking of crapping on him, he will die if you crap on him. It's in his lore.
Can't he be like blown away by a gust or something? That's his like whole deal.
I'm okay with going below Ghastly and Cosmog.
Sure. I think that's a fair compromise there.
Fine by me.
And then his name, we learned earlier in this podcast. This is a learning podcast, everybody. Not funny, learning. Don means boss. So he's like a bozo boss.
Yeah,
like all of our
right.
bosses.
Spanish for Lord. Yep. And dozo, Japanese for please help yourself, typically said when offering something.
That's good. That's a good name.
Don also refers to a crime boss, which may allude to Don Dozo's relationship with Tatsugiri, who acts as its consigliere.
Does it say consigliere in the Bulbapedia?
It does.
Nice. Classy. I like it.
And it may also derive from bozo in reference to Don Dozo's dim-witted nature.
Yeah.
The Japanese name for this might be another one we're putting in parentheses or a comma after here, Chris. Get ready. Hey, Rusher. Maybe a combination of Hirasai, hey, come on in, typically said by sushi restaurant chefs when greeting customers. And the agentive suffix sha or it may also refer to Rusher Itame, a Japanese comedian.
What?
What?
Is he dumb and he has a worm thing living in his mouth?
Itame is a Japanese word referring to a chef or traditional Japanese cuisine and can refer to a sushi chef.
Huh. So he's a sushi chef loving comedian who's a big dum dum.
I have
like
so
this
many
guy.
questions. All right, next up, certainly just as inventive in the name department, Fluttermane.
Oh. What?
Hold on, did I start grabbing? Oh, you skipped one.
Oh.
Did I? Oh, I did. I didn't even. Oh my god, that's the first time I think ever that I totally skipped over
I think it
Pokemon.
is.
Yeah,
Trying to skip over our bready boy.
Noxbin. I can't believe I love this Pokemon too.
This is a great mon.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely
definitely
great
getting higher than dumb sushi guy. Yeah, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
used
the
one.
biggest question here is it better or worse than Fido? That's
Ooh.
yeah, right. That now Fido has been ranked. I thought.
I don't think we have it.
No,
do we?
I could have sworn.
I can't
No,
find
maybe
it.
I'm wrong. Okay, yeah, I'm
So
off
we don't
there.
need to decide that here. Actually, you don't have to ever decide that, Bob. You can leave that nightmare in the past.
both is good.
Both are very good. Maybe that's the first tie. Is
all right. Serious question. Is this a
Oh.
top 100 Pokemon?
is he getting in the club?
Maybe. I like him a lot.
Alright.
I use him the whole way through. Pure fairy type, good typing. He's very tanky.
Yeah, I also used one throughout the whole run. Big fan.
We might have a top 100 in our grasp here.
I think so.
Because who's
I think so.
around there? Let's see.
Well, we
101 is
can-
Pachirisu. 104 is Lickitung. I mean, this thing is better than those, right?
Yeah. I think it's better than Gimmighoul. I go above Cubone. Above Greavard.
Now,
Then it gets
this
some
is
more
where
challenging ones.
this is where it gets tough. 97 is Mimikyu. Mimikyu is real dang cool. Yeah, Garbodor 96, Annihilate, Tinkaton. Oh man, this
I think-
is where it gets tough.
Yeah, I have a tough time going above Annihilate, but I could put this above Garbodor and Mimikyu, personally.
I think I put it right below Mimikyu. I'm a big
I think
Mimikyu fan.
I agree with Chris. I think I think it. I like Mimikyu's whole deal.
I a couple spots here or there, that's fine. I 98 is great for Doxbin. Such a good Pokemon.
He's great. Little doughy boy.
Ability is well-baked body.
What we all aspire to have.
Takes no damage when hit by fire type moves. Instead, its defense stat is sharply boosted.
Wow, what a fantastic ability.
Came in handy a few times because the AI doesn't fucking know about it. Even when they see it happen once, they still don't know about it.
That's better than Ruinous Bowl of Terror,
Yeah.
or whatever it's called. This is way better. Yeah, great. The Princess Leia buns, the little toe beans.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. They said make a Pokemon that the internet will love. And they said done. We got 2 actually.
Now, as good as Doxbin is as a name, the Japanese name is
boy.
Boatzel
Okay.
or Boutzel, I guess they're going for. Maybe a combination of Bow Wow and Pretzel.
Okay.
I thought it was going like Bow Bun. like the
Oh,
like a,
yeah.
also kind of a
Okay.
doughy kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And the French is brioche,
Oh, that's so
Oh.
good.
which is really good.
All right, maybe it does beat Mimikyu. Hold on. No, I'm happy with where it is.
Yeah.
This is an excellent mon, excellent ability. The translation teams went above and beyond with the names.
Oh,
Really
okay,
great.
hang on. Okay, back to a piece of trivia here. Doxbin shares its category with blank. They are both known as the dog Pokemon.
Ooh,
Fido.
Nope.
Growlithe?
Nope.
Urkton.
Oh, Hound, whatever Houndoom's first form is.
Uchiena.
Nope. Nope.
Mightyena.
Nope.
Oh,
Entei. Raikou.
mm.
Suicune.
Just going down the list. Boltund,
Cyclizar.
Boltund.
the only other dog Pokemon.
We just named 20 dogs.
Clearly, Bob, not dogs.
Excuse me.
Get yourself right. All right. Doc's been very good, boy. I'm so sorry. I forgot to grab your tab. It's 60 episodes. I've never forgotten to get all the tabs. Now, though, we truly do have Fluttermane.
Mm.
Now, Bob, we've had some thoughts about these Paradox Pokemon and their naming schemes. How do you
Yeah.
feel about the generalized naming scheme for these Paradox Pokemon?
So, all right, concept wise for the Pokemon, love the idea. Like the ancient, the modern. I think that's a very cool way of doing quote unquote regional variants, in the theme of the game. The naming conventions from them, I don't love either. I don't really love the past forms and the future ones either.
Yeah.
So like even just the name Fluttermane, like if I had not seen this picture, I wouldn't have remembered which one that was. I wouldn't have went like, oh, it's a Mischievous or whatever.
Yeah.
But still a pretty cool mon. I think its name is going to dock at some points for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I like it better than normal Mischievous, but I don't like it as much as Magius. Not even close.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so
Yeah.
what kind of range are we talking here?
Well, actually, Mischievous is
Um,
at 128. Holy crap. I know
Wow.
Miss Magius, I believe, is in the top 100.
52. Yeah. All right. We got ourselves a range here, fellas.
I mean,
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement that it goes above regular Mischievous? The only negative compared to normal Mischievous, I think, is its name is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's design more that makes up for it, honestly. It's good design.
What type is it?
Agreed. Oh yeah, what is this? Fairy
Ghost Fairy.
Ghost. Interesting
Which-
combo.
Winds up being a pretty good type combo, only weak to Ghost and Steel. Immune to normal fighting and dragon.
It doesn't evolve into anything, I assume. I don't think any of
None
the
of these do.
Yeah.
Paradox ones do.
But super duper strong. I mean, its attack, HP, and defense are all 55, but special attack, defense, special defense, and speed are all 135. So,
Woo.
yeah.
Special sweeper.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. How did Trapinch get this high?
That was like episode 8 or
122.
something. It was
Yeah,
somebody's
just
pick.
no one.
Somebody's pick. It
okay.
was their favorite Pokemon. Mystic.
Dang
Mystic Zelda.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I love Trapinch. I've always said that.
Now, I mean, it's impressive that it has stayed this high. Because you'll notice some other people's picks have maybe gotten a little buried.
Mhm.
It's happened. You have as many episodes of this show as we have. I mean, I could put this above Trapinch.
I would say it's maybe above Trapinch 122. I don't know if it's quite as good as Noivern 114.
I might even stay below Crocodile, but I'm a
Yeah,
big fan of,
I like
of that
Crocodile
Crook.
a lot.
I don't love or hate Crocodile. I'm relatively neutral on the Crook there. As I call him. So
I've always heard you say, Bob, neutral on the Crook.
my yearbook quote. Yeah, anywhere around there I'd be happy with. Victini's 119, a little above them. I think Victini's better than this, so anywhere around here I'd be happy with.
Hello, Crocodile it is.
There we go. New 122. And I mean, Fluttermane is literally Fluttermane.
It's fluttering on Maine. You got to be careful.
He loves
the
lobster.
Japanese name.
It's from Maine. That's the joke,
Habataku
everybody.
Kami. Fluttering hair.
Yeah, stays true to its word there.
Yeah, I mean that's how they've all been so far. At least they've all been pretty much one for one.
Yeah.
But
Which again, I get like I don't know. See, this is when my nose starts bleeding from Pokemon lore again. But like, so the only thing they can say is their name. Well, that by anime rules, the only thing they can say is their name. But even like in the prehistoric past, the Pokemon's verbal skills were less, so their names were more simplified. Like, does that, you know what I mean? Like, what's the logic there? Or
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, the future names are all iron something, so it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
yeah,
step your game up, Game Freak.
Yeah, come on, you did so many smart things with this gen. That one not so much.
really
Yeah.
thought you were a name freak.
Nicely done.
Next up, we've got Miraidon.
Oh,
They're all here.
all the bikey boys.
Everybody's here.
3 bicycles pull up. Ding,
And this
ding,
is
ding, ding.
this is the best of the bikey boys, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, he
definitely.
he gets those little wings when he flies, so he actually he ejects his wheel from his belly, I guess, because it's not visible here while he's flying at least. And then he actually rolls around on it. He floats in the air like a jet when he's in like fighter form or whatever.
Mhm.
If you look at him from behind, he looks like a dick and balls.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who's
right, Muskin, is that?
I couldn't remember the name Combuskin. Dang it.
It's got "come" in the name, Bob.
I had the visual in my brain, but I flipped through the Rolodex of Pokemon in my brain and I couldn't come up with Combuskin. No, he's this is a good mon. This is a good mon.
Yeah.
Now, where did we end up putting
Rhydon is actually at 420 now.
Oh, nice. So he's definitely better than Koraidon.
Yeah.
Now again, here's the game of how
Where's
much
the upper
higher.
limits?
Yeah. I mean,
more than Baxcalibur at 301 that we ranked on.
This is Electric
Excalibur.
Dragon, just to get the type that
Electric.
we were curious about earlier.
not the most amazing typing, but pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, not the most interesting, but how many other electric dragons are there?
That freaky fossil guy, I think, is Dracavolt or the other one?
One of those weirdos, probably.
Yeah, that are just like abominations to God.
Yeah.
They really are.
Dracozolt an electric dragon.
Dracozolt, yeah.
But yeah, I could put this above Baxcalibur.
Like that. Now, here's where it starts to get rough. 281 is Spiritomb. Spiritomb's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
solid lore.
I don't think I like it more than Jirachi 85.
Yeah. Latios. I dare say this thing might be a little cooler, but I've never had an special affinity for Gen 3, so I'm a little biased there.
I love Gen 3, but Latios and Latias are massive pain in the ass to get. It's like the legendary dogs, so.
And they're legit just palette swaps of each other, right?
Yeah,
like
basically.
there's nothing. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I'd be fine right below Jirachi.
Sounds good by me.
Perfect. Now, any guesses where we get Miraidon from?
Boss, a dragon. What
Love
else,
sings
what else
in
did he
its
say?
mouth.
Love sings in its mouth.
Suffix for dinosaur. The tooth.
How did at least I guess I didn't see them. How did Game Freak not put out like actual Rhydons of these two Rhydon Pokemon for the holidays last year?
An excellent point.
And you know what? You never know Game Freak to miss out on a merchandising opportunity when it comes to Pokemon. They really fucked up. Maybe a combination of Mirai, Future, and then all the other stuff from Rhino, Dragon, Don.
Okay. All right.
But much like Koraidon had, Miraidon's Japanese name is like its title almost. So its Japanese name Tetsuno Orochi can be taken literally as Iron Serpent.
Not bad. Not bad.
But Miraidon's our last of 10 there, being ranked at 286. Now, we might be going from one Iron Serpent to another.
All right. Now, hold on. Before we change the images here, let me do my spiel. Because
you were a young boy in the beaches of New Jersey.
Growing up on the mean streets of New Jersey. So I know a couple episodes ago, you guys covered the last of the pre-Scarlet and Violet Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. So there's no way this is anything other than a Scarlet and Violet Pokemon.
As a Pokemon professor here, I got to keep you guys honest here. Mm-hmm. And I love the show. You guys do an amazing job here. But I think you missed one. It's it's maybe not the most well-known one, but I think you know where I'm going here. Everyone's favorite legendary from the 1998 live-action stage children's musical, Mecha Mewtwo. Yeah, there it is.
Now, Bob.
Yes. I mean,
when I reached out to you,
I couldn't imagine why you need any further explanation, but yes, please.
I gave you the normal spiel. You've heard it a few times before. I sent you the lists. I said, Bob, you get to rank a Pokemon. Let me know who you want to bring. Mm-hmm. And a few days later, you come back to me, Ryan. I have an unconventional pick, if you'll allow it.
This is the words I used. That is, yep.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the fact that my first search for Mecha Mewtwo came back with the Bulbapedia article was immediately a strong argument in your favor.
It's legit. It's legit. All right. I didn't make this thing up. Yeah. This is for context, because I imagine not a ton of people know what this is. As mentioned, they did I want to say 1998, maybe it was somewhere around there. They did a live touring stage show based on the anime Pokemon. So it was like Ash Ketchum, Misty Brock, stuff like that.
But not the same continuity. The Bulbapedia article is very clear.
Well, listen, I can edit that. I can edit that to make my point if need be. But it's based on that at the very least. So And the musical actually does some really interesting things. There's a really great little Game Informer mini documentary about it. If you search for like Pokemon musical live, some combination of that and Game Informer on YouTube, it's like a 40-minute little dive on it. But essentially they used it as a springboard to go into like different parts of the anime, like Misty confessing her love about Ash, like in a song, like little things that were like rumored but never quite made clear in the show, where like Giovanni was Ash's dad. It's kind of hinted at. And Giovanni definitely like had a relationship with Ash's mom, which is hilarious. But they were allowed and sanctioned by Game Freak and Nintendo and the whole deal to create a Pokemon just for the show. And this is what they did. Mecha Mew 2, and it should be noted, it is the number 2, which is also hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And it is literally like, for those not watching the video version, and you gotta, if there's any reason to watch the video version, it's this moment. It is a golden, I mean, a golden Mewtwo with a flamethrower for a crotch and tank treads for legs.
Yep. Bob, you can't tell me this isn't just Johnny 5 that's been modified a little bit from Short Circuit.
It's the greatest R2D2 you've ever seen in your life. And yeah, I think canonically it is it's supposed to be the strongest Pokemon in all the land, because it like a Saiyan, it absorbs the powers of anyone who it goes against, and it becomes stronger for it.
Yeah, apparently by the end of the like run of the show, the live performances, it learned every single Generation 1 move. It had all of them.
Yep. And could amplify their power.
I mean, listen, guys.
Very impressive.
If there was ever a number 1,
horrible. I freaking hate it so much. It's the dumbest looking thing I've ever seen.
The prop is 10 feet tall, 7 feet wide, and 8 feet deep.
Yeah, you can see in this picture the little man.
Little man. That's a normal man.
That's a normal man. I know.
He is crouched, to be fair.
I mean, he's standing at full height.
All right, I will give you the crotch rocket laser beam that it has there is maybe a little, superfluous at best, but otherwise, I don't know if I hate this thing. It's got big metal claws. It kind of resembles the coolest version of Mewtwo we ever had, which is Mewtwo in that armor from the first Pokemon movie, like when it was in the genetic lab or whatever. AKA Mew 3 by some accounts, or some rumors. So it's not that far off from that, mixed with like I don't know, some weird Gundam Wing thing.
You want to hear how this is defeated?
Oh, wait, hold on. That feels like a cherry on top. Hold on to that. There is a card that was given out to.
It was a promo card.
Yes, it's not even the size of a TCG card.
It's not as big as the what do they call them? The jumbo-sized Pokemon cards. It's a little bit smaller than that, but it's bigger than a regular Pokemon TCG card.
Yes. So let me read the description from that, because I feel like that, if anything, will win you over. It's that. So height 10 feet tall, weight an absurd 4,587 pounds.
That's probably real. They probably weighed this thing.
The poor prop master had to carry it from town to town. This mechanical marvel was created by Giovanni, the diabolical leader of Team Rocket. It has the power to learn, then amplify and return the attacks of any Pokemon it meets in battle, making it, and the key words here, not my words, words of Game Freak and Nintendo, making it virtually unstoppable. To ensure, which I believe is a typo.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. To ensure.
They put ensure.
Like it's getting coverage.
Yeah.
Probably needed it.
To ensure that Mecha Mew 2 learns every type of Pokemon attack, Giovanni lures trainers to battle him by offering the one-of-a-kind Diamond Badge, one word, by the way, Diamond Badge, to whoever can defeat him. I mean, come on. Diamond Badge, virtually unstoppable, 4,000 pounds. I mean, this is a new number one. I feel like this is a slam dunk here, guys.
This is how we get Shuckle out of the top 3.
How confused would whoever is on the next episode be when they look at the list and they go, Mecha Mewtwo? That's what they went with?
Now, here, excuse me. Here's how I feel. Is that
Okay, please.
very similar to Missing No. It's technically like a part of the lore, but I really don't think it belongs on the normal list. I think it's incomparable to everything else on the list.
Because it's too good, is what
It's
you're
too
saying.
good, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we already have a number 0. So maybe this guy's number -1. Not saying anything bad about him. It's just he has to go above Missing No, right?
Ooh, a new -1. Technically, he'd be 1.
Exactly.
But just -1.
Does our list go 2 to honor the 2 in this Pokemon's name? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can we rank it at infinity? Is that an option? Is that a character? How do I? What control do I do to get that?
Just
Hold on, let's
hold your
call our friends at
keyboard
Square
tight.
Enix, and they'll come up with something absurd, like negative infinite 2.
3/52 over half or whatever they did. Yeah.
I do agree with the Missing No part of the list placement here. And I do think this is better than Missing No because this does not crash my game, right?
Yeah. Listen, you might not get 237 rare candies or whatever you get, but you get the stage show of a lifetime and whatever it's shooting out of its crotch. So, like, to me, worth the price of admission alone.
Now, Bob, do you know how this got defeated in the show?
Oh, yes, of course. Please, Ryan, please. I do, and much like every part of that musical, I think is hilarious.
It's actually a comedy. Mecha Mewtwo is defeated when Mewtwo uses an attack against it which was full of love, care, and friendship. After experiencing these feelings, Mecha Mewtwo decides it can no longer go along with Giovanni's evil plan and grabs Giovanni by the throat and performs self-destruct, destroying Giovanni's gym and itself.
Someone tossed a bowl full of friendship on it, and it found no recourse other than blow itself up.
And its creator.
I think canonically Giovanni slinks away at the last second, but because I doubt they wanted to murder a man on a children's play.
Come on, cowards.
Come on, Game Freak, what are you doing?
We've all watched Disney movies. We've seen people die. It's fine.
All
I
right,
settled on
new-
negative infinity over 2.
Perfect. How did you get the character for Infinity? That's great.
I
didn't
just
know that was a
Googled
thing.
it and copied it, pasted it.
Negative infinity over 2. What I'm sure is an error of a number, which seems about right for this guy.
Well, Bob, this has been an absolute joy.
Thank you for allowing me to bring these shenanigans to your program.
What are we if not a voice for the people? And the people wanted Mecha Mewtwo.
They were clamoring. They were clamoring for Mecha Mewtwo. Couldn't get enough of them.
It's so much outcry. Bob, do you have anything you want to plug?
1998 live stage show. We're going to be touring around with Mecha Mewtwo. I don't know. I'll figure out the story as we go. I feel like all I need is this guy and a stage, and I'll figure out the rest. No, I do have a podcast that I enjoy quite a bit. Enjoy doing quite a bit, called 99 Questions. The number 99 questions, found wherever podcasts are found. If you're not sick of me and hearing my voice and me interviewing quite a few people, go and check it out. I've interviewed one of the lead writers of The Simpsons, the guy who wrote the Steamed Ham sketch. I've interviewed comedians and actors and people in the gaming realms, and I do game shows from time to time because I get bored. It's just nonsense. Go and check it out. It's pretty cool.
Bob, I have an idea for one of your episodes. I know you've interviewed a couple AI before, and I'm a big fan of those episodes.
Correct.
You need to interview the Chat GPT bot and then take his answers and put them into there's a I gotta remember the name of the program.
There's like a celebrity voice thing.
Yeah,
right?
there's a program that will deep fake voices for you.
Oh boy, we are truly through the looking glass here. It's not shockingly that it's on my list of ideas.
I knew it.
Yeah. If you want to hear me interview an Amazon Alexa or an incredibly horny AI, they're all on there.
Very horny. And not to be missed, the chat roulette episodes are always fun.
Oh yeah, there's three of them on there. Yeah.
Getting the random people from around the world. And it's also funny when you have to go to chat roulette just to interview someone else from New Jersey. Probably my favorite moment.
Jeff Bakalar was on my show. He's from New Jersey, famously. He loves the Devils and hockey, all the New Jersey things.
Diners.
True. But no, sincerely, thank you for having me. I always love doing the show. I say it every time I'm here, but I wish I had come up with this show 6 months before you guys did, because I would have stolen it, and I love it. So it is an honor to always guest on it.
Oh, well, we're happy to have you, Bob. I can't believe. I mean, we still have a good few episodes. Don't worry, folks. It's not next episode's the last episode, but like we're closing in here on the at least pausing of an era.
The pausing of an era. Put it on a poster, folks. Now, here's my question, and maybe this is too spoilery for the episodes to come. Do you know who the last Pokemon that's going to be ranked is? Is like the randomization already done, or
yes,
or no?
But that might be tweaked depending on what guests want to bring. So
of course.
So yes, asterisk.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, well, let's see. It's only you can count on both hands the number of episodes we have left, and not use all your fingers. We're really close.
What a ride it's been.
And then we
I can't believe you've already announced you're just gonna start right over after that. Just delete the list and start from zero and never acknowledge that you did this show previously.
Exactly.
Start from episode 1. The list will not be the same at all.
No, not even close.
Nothing will be in the same spot. Except for maybe Shuckle. Shuckle might be the one constant, because I will refuse to let it get to number 1, but Michael Moran's going to come back on and get it to at least number 3.
Shuckle is the constant. Oh, good Lord, I love it.
Chris, do we have anything to plug?
Yeah, sure. Follow us on Twitch, Friendly Fire Pod. We are mostly just streaming Wasted right now, every Friday or Saturday, typically. Tyler and Tom are playing Anthem right now. Ryan, you're playing Anthem too, right?
Yeah, I'm joining in for it. That game's fun to play, at least. The gameplay is fun.
Anthem, perfect game, 10 out of 10. Everybody agreed. Highly successful. Check it out.
And I missed the most recent episode, but I am getting back to Kingdom Hearts with Dory on Tuesday nights. Now we beat Terra's campaign and have started Ventus's campaign. God, that series is still crazy. It's a fun time.
Everything I explained about Mecha Mewtwo is not even 5% of the Kingdom Hearts lore.
Exactly.
Accurate. So yeah, everyone check us out on Twitch. That's probably our most active right now. We do have one more episode of One Piece that is coming out as of the episode coming out, or
We'll have recorded it when this comes out. I don't know if it will be out. That's up to you, Ryan.
it'll be, if it's not out, it will be shortly. And that's the last 2/3 of that game, and boy, do we all have opinions.
That game fucking sucks, guys. I'll spoil the podcast right now. Don't fucking play that game.
Not good. So thanks for joining us this week, everybody, as we continue finalizing the most important decisions of our lives. Bob has a Pokemon that he's not going to show you. You're going to be held in suspense for the rest of your lives.
I can hear what's inside, but you can't.
We hope you are well until we reconvene in 2 weeks. And remember, gotta rank them all.
Gotta rank 'em all, Pokemon.